What's up, guys? This is DZ with you once again, and we're doing more videos. This is the top 10 scariest parents caught on camera. So, I am wondering what this is because, as you know, yeah, in future, everybody wants to be a parent. And this is the things where some people should not be parents, caught on camera, basically, in title. So, as you can see above, this side, it says like and subscribe. That's down here. Subscribe. Yeah. Click on these buttons, down there. Down, underneath, like and subscribe. We will pop these here and there. Sometimes I will hit that like button and I'll just pop this out. But for now, let's jump into the video. I shortened it so you can see my reaction more and still be able to see the videos. So, here we go.
Hey everyone, this is Scariest here, and in today's video, we'll be going through the top 10 scariest parents.
I've been in this business for over 30 years. This is the first time I ever found an infant in a bucket of tar.
Mike, in the spot, we've got a mother who was working and forced her 3 kids to wait in a car in 30-degree freezing weather with the windows rolled down, and they got so cold they had to call 911.
Hello? 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 This is 911. Can I help you?
That adorable voice calling 911 Monday afternoon is that of a 6-year-old boy in Monroe.
What's going on? Oh, my mother's
Police say that little boy called after he was left in his mom's car with his younger brothers, ages 4 and 2. They had all been with mom inside the Dorsch Memorial Library, but when the 2 younger kids were being disruptive,
Mom then escorted all 3 children out to the vehicle, left them in the vehicle, then returning back inside the library and continued her work on the computer.
Over to 9, this one is terrifying. We've got a Florida woman who didn't give her son any food or water for 9 days straight. Didn't provide him any whatsoever.
Guys, this disturbs me a lot, okay? Because in the cold, your child, oh my god. You should not be giving children, and you're in the library, most probably you're getting education or something. That's why you're in the library or doing your work, which means you're employed. So most probably you're not a person who should behave in that way, and you have 3 kids, which you should know how to raise 1 to 3 kids because you're raising them. But clearly you're not aware of how to raise kids. They're not dogs. Even your dogs, you shouldn't treat them like that. But they're not animals that you could throw them out in the wild so they could survive. Ugh, I'm fuming.
He had to actually go and ask neighbors for food because he was so hungry, and they called police.
Child was left alone without food or water for 9 days in Florida. Autumn Lee Bede was arrested a few days ago. Investigators searched her home near Pensacola after getting a tip about a child living in unsuitable conditions. They say the child survived by asking neighbors for food. The suspect right there is charged with child neglect.
Henry, this one is awful. We've got an absolutely evil human being right here. This guy, he is this girl's stepfather, and he basically forcibly did some things to her that nobody should ever have done to him.
That disturbs us, guys. We're gonna say this, yeah? Oops, wrong one. Hit that like button. Okay, to support this. Support people to get stopped. This is not acceptable. I can't even speak properly. It's unbelievable. I know I was gonna get fumed in this video, but I didn't expect this much fuming because I'm actually fuming. I need to buy a stress ball. Guys, here's my stress ball. Stress ball. Woohoo! Let's continue this. I'm just gonna keep squeezing this, I'm just gonna keep squeezing this. Let's continue this video.
12 years old, and then proceeded to kidnap her from her middle school, take her to Mexico, and continue to do those things to her, and beat her also. She had her first baby with her stepfather at 15 years old, and had 9 children over a period of 19 years that she was being held captive by her stepfather.
Piet moved the family often.
That is so disturbing. I don't know what to call this guy even who did this. But see, I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in harm. But these kinds of people, yeah, should not even exist. We should take them out of the society and keep them out of it. Kid bit but yeah, if you think like me, you know, just comment down below. Comment down below.
Then in Oklahoma, he arranged to take McGinnis from middle school when she was 12. Her family didn't see her again.
And the next thing I know is that my mother's not there, my brothers are not there, none of my family's there, and I'm by myself with this man.
Piet moved McGinnis to Mexico. They sometimes lived in tents or shacks with dirt floors. She had her first baby when she was 15, 9 children in all. 19 years later, and still in Mexico, one night while Piet was passed out, she gathered the kids and went to the nearest American consulate. Eventually, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and others helped get her back to the U.S. and to relatives in Kansas City. A year after her escape, authorities arrested Piet.
This one is just some downright trashy.
That was so disturbing. We're trying to not fume because there's more of these, yeah. But I don't know what to say. See, like, I think you should punish your kids, yeah. I'm not talking about like starve them or something. Give them punishment, sensible punishment, because physical and all this will make your kid hate you. But if you punish them in a way, for example, that's more mandatory things to them, they're like that some stuff meaning to them. For example, it's like be like, don't punish them and wait until they ask for you for something, and just refuse them and say, let's say you have a kid and be like, oh, Dad, can I go to James? And you'd be like, do you remember last week when you did this? You're not allowed to go because of that. And that will mean, for the kid, will think it's like, oh, even a week or two, I did not get away with it. So psychologically, the kid would learn something. And you shouldn't be irritated. Most probably you're mentally ill if you're doing stuff like things, to your kids. Oh. Let's continue this video.
Okay, this is some security camera footage of a gas station. And you can see this guy, he's basically teaching his son, his toddler, how to steal things from gas stations. And he's basically using him to carry all the stuff out, all that kind of stuff. Just really awful parenting. And you can see everything that's stolen. I mean, it's just pathetic. Like, it's one thing to go and steal things yourself, but to use your toddler's son to steal things for you, I mean, that's a really low move.
That is, but this is more like occurring or more happening than you actually think, because there's more of this case than actually families abusing their kids. I'm just saying that teaching the kids bad things, and then these kids grow up to be bad people. Like, he should be arrested, and the kid should go to the rehabilitation and stuff.
Number 5, this is going to be one of the most disgusting ones on this entire list. We've got a couple who had a baby, and 3 weeks afterwards, the baby mysteriously disappeared. Some questions came up, and police became involved. Next thing you know, it was figured out that I guess this couple had some regrets about having this baby, and shortly afterwards, they actually drowned the baby in a bucket of tar after wrapping him in a blanket, which, that honestly is one of the most messed.
Yo, I could actually cry right now, I could actually cry. It's a freaking child,
things I've ever heard. Like, even if this piece of crap couple didn't want to have this baby anymore, there's plenty of other options that it could have gone down, but they decided that this was the best way to go about it, it just blows my mind how awful some people are.
Our investigators learned that there was an attempt to deceive us as to what had happened and the whereabouts of their child, Micah.
They were arrested late Saturday night with child endangerment, and soon after, the sad and disturbing details trickled out.
They took the child.
Like, what have you gained from doing this? You don't want the child, give it away. There's authorities. You could do that. If you can't take care of a child, you could go get help. You get child support. You know? You'd be like, see, I can't take care of my kid to the government, and they would help you. I know not all like countries do that, but America, UK, and a lot of like different European countries, including Canada and stuff, like a lot of countries do that. And this country where it happened, it's not even like, oh, I'm emotional.
Put him in a blanket, submerged him into a 5-gallon bucket of tar, and put him in a shed behind the residence.
In the arrest warrant, the Grabowskis apparently told others the baby died from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS.
I've been in this business for over 30 years. I've seen a lot of pretty crazy things. This is the first time I ever found an infant in a bucket of tar.
Number 5, we have some parents that wanted to discipline their...
See, we got away from scary, but to be honest, like, those scary, sometimes you don't know whether that's real or not. These are actually things. These are scary things, you know? These are actually scary. These are like you can see more nightmares about this, okay, than actually the other videos that we watch.
They just didn't want him running around or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what was going on, but the 15-year-old boy who lived at this house with his 8-year-old brother actually called police because his parents had tied up his younger 8-year-old brother to a coffee table. They also hog-tied his hands and feet with duct tape, and when police arrived, just like everybody else around the neighborhood, they were shocked.
When they got here, they said they were greeted by a 15-year-old boy who said his 8-year-old brother was inside, tied table. Officers then spotted the boy on the floor, his hands and feet tied behind his back with duct tape. On top of that, he had a shoelace tied around his neck and his feet, which also tied him to the coffee table. The colors of his hand and feet.
Yo, they could have killed, okay? They could have killed this kid because of that. Shoelaces on your neck. This is a kid. He won't stop. He could go, like, move around his neck and die. You're killing, you're molesting, you're, like, these people... You're hurting. These are unacceptable. I just threw my stress ball. Sorry, guys. Let me get it back. Let me get it back. I'm getting angry.
They say indicates he might have been tied up for some time. Officers thought he had a broken nose as well. Neighbors who went to school with 2 of the older kids here, well, they were shocked.
It's an advert, guys.
So I have a remote job where I work from home and work only 5 hours a week. But the craziest part is...
We don't care! We literally don't care.
Number 4 spot, this one is super sad. We've got a father who has 3 children. The mother, however, I guess started to have some substance problems and was taking some things that she shouldn't have been taking. And at some point, it just like made her crazy or something like that.
This is my suggestion, yeah, that government should do, yeah? Check their parents, every parent that is a parent, okay? They should check when they're having a baby whether they're using substance or not. So that way, this could be prevented. Not only that, you should supervise at least until 10 years old or more, okay? Every kid's parents, if they're using substance. Alcohol is fine because alcohol, families have it. 1 cup, 2 cup, that's alright. But it's saying substance, which means higher drugs, which is like you could say cocaine, like what do you call that? I forgot. Like most probably weed or heavier stuff like with needles, pills, freaking like mushrooms, like a lot of different substance you could take, and that will cause you that way. And because it's like if you want us to do a video on what happens to your brain when you use drugs, yeah, if you want to see that video, hit that like button down below. We're just pausing for a second because we're quite emotional. We're getting angry about these videos. I didn't expect to get this angry at this thing. This is absolutely, I can't curse, but BS. Let's see this.
She actually took all 3 of her kids' lives one single night. And when the father came home and noticed this, I mean, he found the kids. I mean, he just became pretty much a broken man. In this interview, I just feel so bad for the dude.
I get up, I walk over to the couch, I pull the cover back.
See, that's what I mean, you know? It's not either the male or female, okay? When it comes to these kind of things, the sex doesn't matter. The gender doesn't, which sex, I mean, gender doesn't matter. This guy, you can see in his face, he can't open his eyes because he's so upset. Bloody hell, how could people do that? One, you get to, like, you do this, you're gonna go to jail, you leave a man, broken man, 3 dead kids, and many people upset. Oh. You know, he could have been the next. He could have been the next person who's dead.
Found my daughter. I can't get the picture out of my head. And now they're gone. Lost. Been hard on myself. Like, I should have done this. What if I would have just did this? And it's eating me alive. And trying to figure out why. Why would you do that?
Moving to 3, this has got to be one of the craziest girlfriends of all.
Yo, I'm just gonna continue because I'm too emotional right now. If I talk, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Time, her and her boyfriend, John Price, were having some problems, and basically he literally told his coworkers that day that if he didn't come in the next day, it was because she killed him. And let's just say he didn't arrive at work the next day. People were concerned, police were called. It turns out she had stabbed him 37 times. Here's where it gets really insane. This woman, she had actually cooked him afterwards and basically prepared him with a bunch of other stuff, served him up with some baked potato, pumpkin, beetroot, zucchini, cabbage, yellow squash, and gravy, and was planning to serve him with those sides to his 3 kids, and basically, you know, her stepkids, more or less. They luckily didn't end up eating it, but still, insane.
That gave me the chills, you know? So this is like crazy. Person kills his husband, cooks him, and tries to feed it to the kids. Stepkids. Which that's understandable because most probably it's the guy's kids. Oh, guys. Okay? If you don't want to be a parent and you get pregnant, okay? Or one of you is not sure, do not have the kid, you know? Because this is what happens. Or let's say your relationship was already like in problems, don't do this. You're leaving 3 kids behind without parents. It's always 3 kids. Should I not have 3 kids? Because that's what I want. But we were 3 kids, which my dad always tried to get rid of us. I'm joking. He sent us to university. That's what I mean. Okay, let's continue.
Catherine Knight stabbed John Price 37 times before skinning, beheading, and further mutilating his corpse. She then cooked parts of his body, including his head. She prepared 2 plates for his children. The meals consisted of human meat and vegetables.
I didn't know what to do. This one is chilling. We've got a mother who is quite
See, there is people out there like that. That's why I mean this is more scary than actually conspiracy theories about scary videos because we don't know if they're real or not. But this one, yeah, this one is real.
Vegetables.
I didn't know what to do. This one is chilling. We've got a mother who is quite frankly one of the worst people ever. Basically, she actually took her own kids' lives because, get this, they were getting in the way of her intimate life. So she couldn't go and do stuff with guys as much as she wanted to, all that kind of thing. And she just saw them as a problem and wanted them out of the way. This footage right here is one of the last times that her and her daughters were seen on camera, on security camera footage.
Advert comes on.
New is a New Zealand education, and new is what the world needs.
To be honest, I didn't realise I needed one till I got it.
So you, mate?
A cards plug. A real life.
Oh.
And fun, once I video.
I wonder what the kids happened to them. It's like, did she kill him? Man, it's like, for love life. Just because you're a little bit horny. Ugh. People, man. People. People could make you, okay, love a life and hate a life. Yeah, I mean, life itself. Ugh. These people deserve forever prisoner or death sentence. That's what I think it should be. No excuses. This should how it should be.
One that isn't actually a parent, it's a grandparent. This grandmother, she actually shot her grandson. He had been shot 2 times, called 911, and during this call, he was begging for his life. Then his grandmother shot him 3 more times, so a total of 5 times. And then get this, she tried to claim it was self-defense afterwards.
On this frantic 911 call, you can hear the gunfire that would end up killing 17-year-old Jonathan Hoffman. Incredibly, he managed to call police as he was being shot. Even more shocking, the woman...
Yo, she looks like a psycho. And she is a psycho. See, I don't think I will ever go to my grandparents' house again. Because I'm not like they're in their good list, you know? I'm a rebellion kid. Let's go.
Identified as the shooter, his own grandmother.
I hope you guys enjoyed the...
Yo, guys. Yeah. That was some messed up things, you know. That woman, okay? That woman over there. This one. Let me take it back. This woman looks like crazy already in its own way, you know? But, oh my god, this is unbelievable stories, guys. Like, it's unbelievable. Oh, hit that like button. Hit that. We have nothing to say, guys. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, we're uploading daily now because it's Christmas and we have our Christmas hat on. We're upset now. And we're going to see what's going to happen. So, that's for Dania. See you later. Alligators. Hope you like the videos.